Whoa, 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 whoa. What do we have here? Huh? The cost of being out of shape, the ugly truth concealed. Well, shit, I don't know if that's me. Is that me, y'all? Let me know in the comments if I'm out of shape.
For over 5
Let's
years
go,
now,
man.
and I can honestly tell you, one of patients' biggest oppositions when they're hospitalized is being morbidly obese and or significantly overweight.
The cost of being out of shape is much more higher than most people realize. It is not just about gaining few pounds or not fitting into your old clothes. The real cost shows up in your energy, your confidence, your opportunities, your health, your relationship, and ultimately the quality of your
Worked in
life.
critical care for over 5 years now, and I can honestly tell you, one of patients' biggest oppositions when they're hospitalized is being morbidly obese and or significantly overweight. Imaging is harder, breathing is harder, getting vascular access is harder, participating in physical therapy is much harder, managing metabolic health is much harder. Everything across the board for them about getting better or even just treatment in general is harder. So this isn't fat shaming, this isn't about aesthetics. Preventative medicine
Exactly. We
doesn't care
don't
about
want to
your
hear
feelings,
that
biology
bullshit
doesn't
about
care about
somebody trying to fat shame. We're not doing none of that shit. We're health, nigga. We're trying to help y'all. We are the ones telling you that the shit you're doing is bad for you in your life, brother. That doesn't mean that you negate and attack us because you're just showing your insecurities on the outside by us saying that you're a bit out of shape, brother. You're not healthy. And for you to be like, you're a fat phobic, you're fat shaming. How could you? Your mother's this way. Well, I'll tell my mother the same thing. I'll tell my people's the same thing. So what are you saying? It's really bad that people are around you letting you be the way you are. Those motherfuckers are not your friends. If a motherfucker's around you and you overly weight and they have not ever told you that you need to get in the gym, they're not your friends, bro. Simple
your
as that.
feelings. The ICU is a very, very unforgiving place, and if you come in with minimal physiologic reserve, your odds are going to be so much worse. So listen to me, there are 3 things anybody can start doing today to significantly improve your health, reduce your risk of being hospitalized, and if you're hospitalized, maybe make your time a little bit easier getting out and having a better recovery. 1, go for a walk 3 to 5 times a week. Get some sunlight if you can. 2, drink 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day. And 3, eat whole nutrient-dense foods every day for the majority of your meals.
Do you see how the shit he said is the shit we supposed to be doing as human beings anyway? He just being nice. Y'all niggas eat processed fast food all the motherfucking time, make excuses to eat more the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Then one day you decide to eat healthy and you're like, oh, I accomplished something. When that's what you're supposed to be doing in the first place is eating healthy, nigga, 5 to 6 times out the week. That one day or that Friday or Saturday, that's when you eat bullshit and eat whatever you want to eat because you know 5, 6 days out the week you was eating at your caloric intake, your maintenance, your goals, the foods you're supposed to be eating, cooked whole foods. Come on now, y'all. And y'all want to believe other motherfuckers that ain't been through shit just yet enough. They haven't experienced enough yet, but because they're in a good or a place that you want to be in, you copy and follow them. But you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors.
5% of the time. Don't make this so hard.
Let's talk about what your future is going to look like as an older person if you don't start working on your body now. For 1 second, forget aesthetics, forget how skinny you are, forget how good you look, and just hear the real consequences if you don't start taking care of your body. 1 in 4 women over the age of 65 will have a fall every single year, and 40% of those falls either lead to death or serious limit in mobility. That number drastically goes up into the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Falls are the leading cause of death in women over the age of 65. 400,000 women a year are hospitalized and permanently in assisted living or assisted care because they cannot walk. They have completely lost all their muscle mass, their balance, their independency, being able to carry their grandkids, carry their groceries, drive a car, get from point A to point B. How can you prevent this? Strength train as a woman, exercise as a woman, walk as a woman, do whatever you can to build muscle while you're young. Muscle mass begins deteriorating at age 30 for women. I've had clients who've been like, this osteoporosis, I am terrified of falling and I wish I would have told my younger self to strength train. Hope this inspires you to take good care of your bodies today, strength train, resistance train, do whatever you will do to build muscle and to stay healthy.
And for my guys, that does not mean you fat dickheads decide to get fatter and to use that as a coping mechanism to be like, I'm getting stronger. No, you fat fuck, bro. You're not getting stronger. You're getting bigger. And I'm trying to tell your fat ass to slow down on the eating, lower your body fat percentage under 30%, and gain muscle mass. You can do that at the same time with you counting your calories, or if you knowing what your calorie count is if you eat the same foods, right? You try to make the excuse that I'm bulking, I'm getting bigger, I'm trying to carry as much muscle mass as I can into my 40s and 50s. Well, you're lying to yourself because you have an addiction of food, right? So if you was under 25%, 15% and had muscle mass, that's what you need to be carrying into your 40s and 50s, not 40% body fat percentage. And that's what you do when you're on a bulk. Every guy that decides to bulk decides to give up and indulge into their addiction of food. But stop with this lying bullshit, bro. Eat at a maintenance or eat at a deficit and gain muscle mass, bro.
Look, if we want to talk about the real cost of being out of shape, being overweight, hating how you look and feel every day, it's not the cost of paying a personal trainer, a nutritionist, or a coach or an expert. It's the cost that you have to live in that body for years more to figure out that you're worth investing into. It's the cost of being unhappy, having poor mental health, having poor confidence, having a shit sex life, having to have sex with the lights off, having to cancel the vacation because you don't feel comfortable in a bikini, having to cancel the date night because nothing fits anymore, having to take medication because you didn't listen to the doctor year after year when they told you and suggested that you need to lose weight and you need to start working out, having low energy, low endurance every day. Now you let me know in the comments, what's a higher cost? Is it actually investing in yourself and getting a coach? Or is it staying in the same body and the same standards for another 5 to 10 years? Because you're already missing.
Your best bet is to get your fat ass up and to hire a nigga like me. DM me. Link is in the description down below for my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and I will get you fucking shredded in under a year to 6 months, depending on how big you is. If you're a fat ass that's over 40% and you overly like you really really big, oh, it's gonna take you years, no matter who it is. It don't matter if it's me, it don't matter if it's Brock Lesnar, nigga. It's gonna take you years to lose that weight and gain muscle mass. But I will get you there in a comfortable manner. I guarantee you. DM me and we could talk about it.
Out on life.
Most people don't realise how much being out of shape affects the rest of your life. Because when you finally get back into shape, you realise how much your energy was lacking, how much your confidence was lacking. You'd always try and avoid photos, you'd put things off, but you don't even realise how much it affects you until it doesn't anymore. Getting into shape is not just about changing your body, it's about getting your life back on track.
Being fat and overweight does not mean you are any less of a person, but being fat and overweight is one of the worst things you can do to your health. Like this.
Exactly. You're not less of a person, nigga. You're more of a person. You big as shit. We can see you. Like you're visible to everybody. You're not invisible when you're out of shape. You're actually, everybody can see. You're in the way of everybody. We can see you, right? So how about you change that? Don't be sad and then sit there and eat more and be like, I have an eating disorder. You lying sack of shit. That's so inconsiderate to the motherfuckers that are really anorexic. You taking food from them. When you're over a higher body fat percentage, like 30%, you don't need to really eat a whole lot every day. You can eat 1 meal a day and work out 1 to 2 meals a day. But because you're so used to just eating fat backery bullshit, you don't care. And now you want to come crying. And then you want to be mad at motherfuckers that say things about you as if it's a bad thing when we're just telling the truth. And it's literally all your fault. Literally all your fault, bro.
Body positivity movement is making us think that visceral fat just isn't that bad. It is so genuinely awful for your health. You will start developing symptoms and becoming prone to diabetes, stroke, fatty liver disease, heart disease, sleep apnea, 13 different types of cancers. And it'll affect every system in your body. Your heart, your joints, your hormones, your brain. Being unhealthy, sedentary, and being overweight is genuinely one of the worst things you could ever do to yourself. To the point where if most people locked in just a little bit, lost 5 to 10% of their body weight, would significantly improve their health, including blood sugar, blood pressure, inflammation, cholesterol, all of these things. And this should be prevalent in America because our obesity rates are so freaking high. Like, the point isn't to, oh my god, like, you're fat, just like love yourself, you're overweight, you should exercise for the sake of your health. Like, this should not be an aesthetics conversation. Like, you're not living life to its potential.
This is something that more people need to know. Hey guys.
And she was spot on. You're not living life to your potential, bro. You sitting over here eating bullshit every day, understanding that your subconscious mind is indulging into this shit only because you don't care about your life fully. You're killing yourself slowly. And this is what you care about, is killing yourself slowly to where once you get these cancers and these other diseases, you'll be like, oh, something popped up. I didn't know it would happen like this. Deep down inside, you knew, because everybody knows the food that you eat consistently, overly, without a balance can fuck you up. But you decide to do that, then run to the doctors and then cry about you can't do this or do that. Obviously, because you put yourself at a predicament or at a point where there's no coming back from, right? But it's still your fault. You still can't blame nobody else or cry, woe is me, my nigga. Just sit there and die. Yes, that's the best way to go about it, because you know why? You decided to do it to yourself after motherfuckers continuously kept saying how bad you looked, and instead of you just sitting there and be like, you know what? There's a reason. Why is Johnny keep saying I'm a fat ass? Should I go ahead and just stop eating these Twinkies and maybe do a pull-up or two? Or maybe I should do a couple of push-ups at least and go to bed earlier and drink some more water. I haven't drunk water in like 10 years. Yeah, maybe I should drink some water or something like that. I haven't drunk water in 10, 12 years. I haven't, you know what I'm saying, took a long walk for more than half a mile in 15 years. And maybe Johnny's right. I am a fat ass, and I just, you know what, Johnny? I'm going to go take that walk like you said I should. I'm going to start eating cleaner. But most niggas is not doing that. They're going to sit there, cry about it, and go run in their house and eat some more Twinkies, bro. Or they may want to fight your ass. Even though they're going to be out of breath within the first 30 seconds, they still going to want to fight your ass, nigga. Some bullshit. Look, y'all, if y'all want to go ahead and get locked in and get shredded like your boy right here, this shit light work, my nigga. DM me, links in the description down below for my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And I guarantee you, I will hit you, DM you, and get you right.